Hi everybody, it's Jen. Welcome back to Joyful Living. Today, as I'm filming this, it is the first day of spring. It is gorgeous outside, and although y'all know I'm usually not one to do spring cleaning, I do tend to get inspired to do projects this time of year. And today we are going to do a project that many of us put off for far too long, and that is organizing our kitchen drawers. So when we talk about kitchen drawers, there's a couple things we have to be super mindful of. Number one, kitchen drawers are probably like the most used space in our household. When you think about it, you know, your closet in your bedroom, you get in there maybe twice a day. Your family room, you're maybe in there in the evenings. Your dining room, your kids' room, all of those spaces are not used nearly as much as your kitchen, and specifically your kitchen drawers. And yet, we tend to not spend any time at all thinking about them, planning them out, making sure they work for us. And when I had 3 kids and I worked full time, it was very difficult for me to have any time at all for this kind of thing. So it is really a luxury for me that I was able to do all 6. I would highly recommend you do just one drawer at a time. So I'm gonna show you the progress. They're all done now, and they've actually been done for a couple of days. I am loving living my life with more organized drawers. It was long overdue, and it is now just making me so happy. So let's get into the work, and then as we go, we'll talk about tips and tricks that you can use in your own home. Okay, so these are our super huge drawers. This kitchen is from 1995, so I have some damage here. Probably should get Scott to do some wood glue, a little repair there. They are a little stained, but they are all now clean. And this is everything that was in there. Now, obviously not all of this needs to go back in there. This drawer here is kind of like my battery drawer. I don't think I'm going to tackle that today. It frightens me a little. So I think we're going to wait on that for another day. But a lot of this cutlery is from sets that we no longer use and could really be donated. Like I have a lot of things like this. Like this was a wedding gift. I've never used this, and it's a pretty nice piece, but why do I keep it if I've literally never used it? I don't know. So I need to do some thinking on that. At the very least, a lot of these things could go in a box down in a drawer so that if I ever decide to have like a big dinner party, I have it, but it's mostly like mismatched, so it doesn't really do me any good. One little pro tip when you're going through throwing things away from drawers or closets or wherever, boxes are much better than bags, because I don't know what it is, but a bag is like flopping open and you have to use both hands, and having a box to just toss things into, for me, makes it way easier. Okay, so this is what we have. I started to open this and then I realized I might decide not to use it, so I wanted to leave it somewhat together. We have this little bamboo drawer organizer that is diagonal. I'm putting my hand on everything so you can see the sizes, and I will link everything down below. These are all from Amazon. I don't always do all Amazon, but I know for a fact that these same things at the Container Store would have cost me like double. So, you know, I got 2, and I only opened one of them, of these expandable bamboo drawer organizers, and I'll show you how those work in just a minute. I got 2 of these that are to do like long items. I am not sure these are going to work in the drawers. So I got 2 sets, but I may end up returning those. And then I got just this set of boxes that is kind of bringing me a ridiculous amount of joy. And I don't know exactly what it is about these bamboo boxes that's making me so happy, but like, I'm not kidding. I'm like a little kid right now. Just various different sizes that I'm hoping will work to fill in. Now, I'm also going to show you guys a trick to use museum putty, and I've done that trick before. Gosh, I'm hoping I have some museum putty. I think I do. So I can show you how that works as well, to make sure you fill all the available space, because that's really the key to a big drawer like that. So it looked like a lot, but now that I have it all opened up, I'm not even sure I have enough, but let's find out what we can do. So I want to stop right here And I want to talk about like the cost of organizational products. A lot of you know I used to work for the Container Store. You can spend a fortune. Everything that I used, I bought through Amazon, but there are a variety of different sources to find this kind of thing. I really like having it all be consistent throughout the kitchen. It just kind of helps me be more motivated to keep it beautiful, but don't feel like you have to spend a lot of money here. You can buy a lot of great products at Walmart, at Target, again, on Amazon. The only thing I would be really careful of is I have found that some of like the Dollar Tree products that I've purchased, the plastic is just so flimsy that it doesn't hold up and I don't like working with it. So do try to go with like not maybe the cheapest you can find, but there are plenty of reasonable options. Another option I love, and this I actually stole from Marie Kondo, is to use box lids, because a lot of times, depending on the different items that you get, the box lids are really sturdy and can be used for drawer organization. So actually you could upcycle and not spend any money at all. So although I'm going to put all the links down below for what I used, don't feel like this has to be an expensive proposition. Just the act of getting everything out of the drawers and cleaning it might even be enough. You might already have some cutlery dividers and things like that that are working for you, but that have gotten dirty and dingy. So give those things a good soak, give them a good scrub, make everything nice and clean. And sometimes that's all it takes for it to feel fresh and brand new. I'm kind of, what's the word? Shook. These drawer divider things, oh my gosh, game changer. Okay, so I'm going to show you how those worked in just a second, but you can see, whoops, that's not going to work. We have to have that the right way. So everything that I needed in here, including my oven mitts, these have to live here. This is just where the entire family is used to grabbing them because my oven is right there. Temperature things for meat and things. I have an older oven, so sometimes we double check that the temperature is actually, you know, what it says it is. Lactate pills, because more than one of us in this family are lactose intolerant, and this is just where the family is used to them living. I am low on coffee filters, so I need to get those. I've got my little Mickey Mouse scoop. Hey, Mickey. Hiya, pal. And then over here, I've got this is all Yorkshire Gold. Needs no box. I know what it is. Then I've got, this is the tea that I drink every night. I am low on it. This is like my last 2 tea bags, so I need to fill that up, but that will live right here. These are all my decaf teas. My back stock of my Yorkshire Gold. I get this sent to me from the UK by a friend, so I take it very seriously. Berries tea, also sent to me by a friend. This is an Irish tea, and I really like this as well. Then I've got some Earl Grey here, some hot chocolate. I have a Keurig. I don't use it very often, but for hot cocoa and every once in a while, if I'm in a hurry, I'll pull that out. And then some Harrods Breakfast Strong, which I still prefer my Yorkshire Gold, but this is good tea as well. And those are actual tea bags in there. So, and then back here, I have, I actually bought this in Barbados, and it was handmade, and it is a little hot plate thing that folds up. So that's very convenient, and that can just live right back there. So I fit about 3 times what used to be in this drawer by using the boxes and then using these spring-loaded dividers. So I wanted to show you that so you could see the progress I'm making over here. So what I did here was I put that cutlery divider long ways. So that's fully expanded up against the sides of the drawer. And then I used the spring-loaded dividers against this. So nothing in here is going to move around. I'm a little stunned because the big struggle I'd had with these drawers is the fact that you have to really play Tetris to get everything to fit. But because these, let me see if I can show you one-handed, because these are spring-loaded, they go down and you just make them the length that you need them to be. So these could be, let me pull this out and then I'll show you what I'm talking about. Don't hurt me. Doing things one-handed, I could have pulled it. See how long that is? If I wanted it to be longer, I could, but you just squeeze it in there. Not easy to do one-handed. And then I can make these as close or as far apart as I want. Can you believe? Like, stunning. Oh, and before we go any further, if you like this video, would you please do me the honor of giving it a huge thumbs up and go ahead and subscribe to the channel, because I would love for you to know when I come out with new videos, and I would just love to have you here as part of the community. Now, this drawer is where all of the less used household items are. Things like I mentioned, the garlic press, things like that I don't use every single day, but I do want to have close at hand. The meat tenderizer, you know, all those things that you're like, where is that thing? Now, interestingly, I don't know what that goes to, but I know the minute that I throw it away, I will need it. So I'm not going to throw it away. Also, my bottle openers are in here, the little jar key to open jars, you know, just little kitchen things that you feel like you need to have, but don't need to be in the highest value real estate in the kitchen. And yes, I did keep the jade handled spoon. Why? I don't know, but it's been with me for 30 years. So, you know, might as well keep it in there for 30 more. So I have moved over to a different drawer, and while I was doing it, I wanted to show you. First of all, this is that diagonal organizer. I am not hating this. Like, I'm kind of loving the way that the measuring spoons fit perfectly. Most things are categorized fairly well. Will it stay this way? Who knows? But I do like that everything has its own little zone, so things aren't just thrown in here. But I want this drawer to not move around because I don't have enough dividers that match to create this whole space. So I've grabbed my museum putty, which is this stuff right here. It's very inexpensive. Whoops, and I'm gonna throw it. So I ended up putting a little dot underneath on this side and a little dot underneath on this side, and it will not move now. I mean, it will move if you push it really hard, but just with daily use, that will stay put, which then allows me to use this section without this sliding all around. Now, this was the drawer where I didn't use any new products. All of these dividers I already had. It was just a matter of throwing things away. This is our drawer that tends to be our junk drawer, our packing drawer. I don't know what you call it at your house, but that drawer where everything winds up. So I use it for my dish towels and my dishcloths, my countertop wipes, scissors. These are the little doggy scissors with the blunt ends, my lighter, a little note and pen. You know, you always need that and you never have it in one place, at least I don't. My regular daily vitamins, you guys know I have an autoimmune disease, so I always take my multivitamin and I always take my vitamin D. And then because I have autoimmune disease, also need my ibuprofen close at hand. I've got my various hand lotions that I like. And then if you're like my husband and I, and you are over 50, you've also got a whole drawer that is just dedicated to cheaters. And then these are my sunglasses that have cheaters in them. So even though I wear contacts, it is good to still have these around. This has rubber bands in it. And then this is just like a little utility tool and flashlight combination and another little flashlight. And my goal is to keep this drawer like this, but it is going to be a chore because it's very easy for this drawer to become a dumping ground, and I don't want that to happen, but you know what? It probably will. So in a month or so, I'll probably be back in here, cleaning it out, making sure it still works for us. And I think it's so important to remember you're never one and done when it comes to drawers that get a lot of use. They are always going to be a work in progress as your family lives with them, as your needs change, all of the things. So bottom line, having more organized kitchen drawers has actually saved me a lot of time just in the last few days that they've been organized. I haven't spent any time at all looking for the garlic press or looking for the meat tenderizer or looking for measuring cups or measuring spoons. I've known where everything is. It's been very easy for me to put things back where they belong, which is a huge part of kitchen efficiency. All of us are trying to cook more because prices have gotten so ridiculous. We want to cook on our own homes. We don't want to waste any food, and we really don't want stuff to sit in our fridge and go bad because we didn't have time to cook it. And as far as I'm concerned, having the kitchen be organized actually does translate into cash, especially right now. So I hope this was motivating. Take some time today. Don't feel like you have to spend a lot of money. You can even use like lids of boxes and things like that, but you can take the time, you can clean out one drawer at a time and develop a system and a space in your kitchen that is the most efficient so that you can cook for yourself and for your family. Whatever you're doing today, I hope you're finding joy, and I can't wait to see you next time. Bye.